On research from National Science Foundations gives the statistic that we humans have average around 70,000 thoughts per day. It's about 3,000 per hour and 50 per minute, just on an average 1 per second. There are 98% of them are exactly the same as we had the day before, even more insignificant. 80% of our thoughts are negative. Mind is very restless, forceful and strong. Oh Krishna, it is more difficult to control the mind than to control the wind. मन बहुत बेचैन, बलशाली और बलवान है। हे कृष्ण, हवा को नियंत्रित करने की तुलना में मन को नियंत्रित करना अधिक कठिन है। चंचलम ही मन कृष्ण प्रमादी बलवद दृढ़म तस्याहम निग्रहम मने वायोरिव सुदुष्करम 6.34। मन एव मनुष्याणाम करणम बंध मोक्षयोः बंधाय विषयासंगो मुक्तये निर्विषम विस्मृतम। Amrit Bindu Upanishad. The mind is the cause of bondage and liberation of the man. A mind attached to sense objects is cause of bondage, and a mind detached from the sense object is a cause of liberation. Management has become a part and parcel in everyday life, be it at home, office, factory, government, or in any organizations where the group of human beings assemble for the common purpose. Management principles comes into play through their various planes like management of finance, time, man, material, machinery, planning, priorities, policies, and practices. Management is the systematic way of doing all activity. It is about keeping oneself engaged in interactive relationship with other human beings in the course of performing for duty. Its task is to make people capable of joint performance, to make their weaknesses irrelevant. So say the management guru Peter Drucker. It brings harmony in the working, equilibrium in the thoughts and actions, goals and achievements, plans and performance, and products and market. It resolves situations of scarcity, be they in the physical, technical, or the human field, through maximum utilizations with the minimum available processes to achieve the goal. The lack of management causes disorders, confusion, wastage, delay, distractions, and even depression. Managing man, money, material is the most important and essential factor for a successful management. Managing man is supposed to have the best tactics. We get guidelines from the Bhagavad Gita, where there is an important distinction between effectiveness and the efficiency in managing. Effectiveness is doing the right things. Efficiency, doing things right. The general principles of effective management can be applied in every day's fields. Effective management is not limited in the applications only to business or industrial enterprises, but to all the organizations where the aim is to reach a given goal through a chief executive or a manager with the help of group of people, staff or team. The manager's functions can be briefly summed up as forming a vision and planning the strategy to realize such vision. Next, cultivating the art of leadership. Next, establishing the institutional excellence and building an innovative organizations. Next, the developing human resources and team building. Of course, working with the teamwork. Next is the delegations, motivations, communications, and finally, reviewing performance and taking corrective steps wherever it is called for. Thus, management is a process in search of excellence to align people and get them committed to work for a common goal to the maximum social benefit. The critical questions here comes in our every manager's mind is how to be effective in their job. The answer to this fundamental question is found in Bhagavad Gita, which repeatedly proclaims that you try to manage yourself. The reason is that unless the manager reaches a level of excellence and effectiveness that sets him apart from the others whom he is managing, he will be merely a face in the crowd and not an achiever. In this context, the Bhagavad Gita illustrated thousands of years ago by the super management guru Bhagavan Sri Krishna. He enlightens us on all managerial techniques leading to a harmonious and blissful state of affairs as against conflicts, tensions, lowest efficiencies and least productivity, absence of the motivations and the lack of work culture, etc., which are common to most of the Indian enterprises today. The most modern management concepts like vision, mission, leadership, motivation, excellence in work, achieving goals, meaning of the works, attitude toward the work, nature of individual, decision making, planning, etc. are all discussed in the Bhagavad Gita with sharp insights and finest analysis. It may be noted that while Western design on management deals with the problems at superficial, material, external and peripheral levels, the ideas contained in the Bhagavad Gita tackles the issues from the grassroots levels of human thinking, because once the basic thinking of man is improved, it will automatically enhance the quality of his actions and their results. The management thoughts emanating from the Western countries are based mostly on the lure for materialism. Our country has been in the forefront in importing those ideas mainly because of its centuries-old dasta by the foreigner ruler, which inculcated in us a feeling that anything Western is always good and anything Indian is always inferior. Hence, our management schools have bounced up on the foundation of materialistic approach, wherein no place of importance was given the holistic view. The result is, while huge funds have been invested in the building these temples of modern management educations, no distinguishable changes are visible in improvement of the quality of life, although the standard of living of a few has gone up. Here we have reached a situation where managements and workers have become separate and contradictory entities wherein their approaches are different and interests are conflicting. There is no common goal or understanding, which predictably leads to the constant suspicion, frictions, disappointments and mistrust because of working at the gross purposes. The absence of human values and erosion of the human touch in the organizational structure resulted in a permanent crisis of confidence. It should be redefined so as to underline the development of the team as a man, as a human being with all his positive and the negative characteristics, and not as a mere simple wage earner. This is the closing sessions for now. We will be meeting shortly with next part. Hare Krishna. Jai Hind.